All right, guys, rapid reaction bombshell. Calvin Ridley suspended entire 2022 season for gambling on NFL games. Reportedly, it was over a 5-day period. And then he follows it up. Where is my man's PR team? He says, I only bet $1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem. Honestly, from the way the league described it, it kind of seems like it might have been accidental. I know that sounds stupid, but like you never know. Maybe he just somehow didn't know it was illegal. He wasn't playing in these games. Whatever, obviously, doesn't have the best people around him. If he's tweeting about this right now, someone's got to tell him to shut up. So not good, not good, not good. But I guess good news for us. We got something to talk about. But Calvin Ridley will not be playing. Killer for the Falcons. Trade value out the window. Who knows if he even plays for the Falcons again? We know his contract. He won't get paid next year. I don't know if he'll still be under contract after that. He'll be a free agent. I don't know if the Falcons will want him, but this thing has turned into a huge mess, and it's super disappointing because 2 years ago we were talking about Calvin Ridley about being a top 10 wide receiver.
Yeah, it's crazy. Per Spotrac or Spot Rack or whatever you want to call it, his contract is going to toll, which basically means that $11 million salary for 2022, which is that fifth-year option, will now push to 2023. He's eligible to apply for reinstatement, I think, a year from next week, so February 15th, 2023. But basically what this means is I wouldn't say that he's never going to play for the Falcons again, because the Falcons seem like they're the type of organization to kind of just give guys second chances. But yeah, you said it yourself. I think he might play for the Falcons in 2023 because his trade value it's dog shit now. And yeah, where is his agent? Where is his sports agent? There's a team of guys, whether it be marketing, public relations, surrounding these NFL players to tell them not to do something stupid. Something stupid like, I bet 1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem.
Yeah.
This is like PR 101 just to shut up. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot and don't know anything, and I know that. Just don't say anything. I can't believe it. But you're right. I do love the fact that we have something to talk to, and it's a great segue to say we should sign Antonio Brown to make matters worse.
Yeah, I don't think we are going to be signing Antonio Brown. Talk about a PR nightmare. But, yeah, this is Calvin, man. Terrible look all the way around. It honestly looks like it was kind of a mistake, which how the hell do you make that kind of a dumb mistake? I mean, I feel like everybody and their mother knows you can't fucking gamble on games in your own sport. I don't even think you're allowed to really gamble on any sport. I think you might be able to gamble on any sport, but definitely not your own sports. And I know they come in and tell you all of this shit. Like, they have rookie meetings, they have everything. They make it extremely clear. So for you to like just gloss over this and forget about it and think because you're taking a mental health break or whatever this was, because now you're just like, I mean, the whole thing is just like this all centers around this mental health break that he took. He's gambling on games, then he's out for the whole 2022 season. How long have the Falcons known about this? How long has the NFL known about this? It's a weird ass situation. Supposedly Calvin Ridley came forward really quickly and admitted to it. So it's like, did he just make a mistake? And now he's just like trying to say, hey, I don't have a gambling problem or blah, blah, blah. Like, but just don't say anything. Don't say anything. The whole thing is a mess. But I think the Falcons, if it just turns out to be kind of like an innocent mistake, as stupid as that sounds in this situation that we're talking about, that the Falcons have to hang on to him in 2023 because they ain't getting shit for him. And, he's still at a good number at $12 million in 2023. So if it is just an innocent mistake, like it kind of appears on the surface, maybe more stuff comes out and we change it. But the rapid reaction here, it looks like it's an innocent, stupid mistake, which means I think he probably does play for the Falcons again because does he have any trade value? Who knows?
Yeah. In their report, the NFL alerted the Falcons of the investigation about a month ago. So they've known about it for a month. And then Mike Garafolo did just report that his gambling bets did involve the Falcons. So whatever that means, he was betting on Falcons games.
See, that's bad. See, that's really bad. That's
But
really
also, back to the PR thing about tweeting about this. You know what every addict, regardless of what your vices, says is if it's gambling, it's I don't have a gambling problem. Which, to me, it seems sketchy to just say that. It's not like maybe people on Twitter were accusing you of being a gambling addict and that's the mental health thing. It's you're adding fuel to the fire by just like acknowledging that kind of thing. It's such a wild situation, and I'm sure as the days and weeks progress, we're gonna find out more and more about the all this stuff. But I just think, I mean, you can struggle with mental health and still do stupid things. These aren't mutually exclusive things. He wasn't away for gambling and then kept doing it. We don't know anything like that, but this is a bad look, and I I just can't believe it. When was the last time really a star player, Evander Kane? Maybe that was the last star athlete to really get in trouble for gambling.
well, and yeah, Evander Kane, but he never got proven. Like it was never proven. It was just like a assumption that his wife made. They were getting divorced. Like I think everyone kind of like assumed that it was true, and I think it was true, like from my opinion. But it was never like proven true. He never admitted it to it, so he didn't get a lengthy suspension. He ended up getting released by the Sharks, I think, is the team that he was on, and then he just got picked up by the Oilers, so he's on the Oilers now playing hockey. So that's not even really completely similar because he didn't get proven or he didn't admit to it. So it's nice to see the NFL taking a firm, standing on this. And I don't think they have a choice here because you look at the NFL, they're one of the first leagues to really get involved with sports gambling and stuff like that. And that's going to be a huge part of sports moving forward. And I'm happy about it. You're happy about it. We're all happy about it. But one thing that, we have to keep the games true. If that gets out of hand, it's going to turn into a shit show and gambling will go away real quick.
Yeah, so he's tweeting more stuff now. And these are two separate tweets. He says, I couldn't even watch football at that point. Just gonna be more healthy when I come back. Dude, somebody has got to call him and tell him to shut the fuck up.
Someone's got to take his phone.
Yeah, unplug his Wi-Fi. Somebody unplug his Wi-Fi, dude.
Yeah, Jesus. It's getting out of control. And it's like, I don't want to sit here because I don't know Calvin Ridley personally, and don't want to say he's dumb or stupid or anything. But these are they kind of sound like these mistakes. That's a very dumb mistake. That's a very stupid mistake. Like whether you are a stupid person, I don't think he's a stupid person, but those are very, very stupid mistakes. And these comments right here are very, very stupid. But they're also kind of a sign to someone who might not just be there like mentally. We do talk about these mental health issues. I'm getting hella Antonio Brown vibes from this like kind of situation. Like obviously Antonio Brown's been in some significant trouble, much worse than this, domestic violence, stuff like that, sexual harassment, nothing like gambling on sports, but just the way that he's handling it. Yeah, I mean, you see these, I can pull these up for the people who are watching this on video. Let's see what we got here. This is what Calvin Ridley's been tweeting. Can we get it up here? Yeah. So this is really, ever since, he gets suspended, I bet $1,500, couldn't even watch football. We know he bet against the Falcons, I assume he was betting against them, not with them.
Why would you bet him? Seriously. He tweeted out something about taking his L's, and I've seen so many funny comments about this kind of stuff where it's like, betting on the Falcons, all this kind of stuff. Of course, you're going to learn from your L's in this sense. So he already knew about all those tweets from a day ago they handed down this suspension and then they made it public today. So Ridley already knew about it. He knew this wave was coming. His agent knew. Everybody knew. And this is still happening. This is a horrible job managing the situation. Horrible.
This whole thing has been managed really poorly. From like the mental health, break to the silence to the trade rumors to, betting on games to, figuring out what your suspension. The whole thing's just been mismanaged. I don't know. I guess you kind of hope he just gets better people around him. I think that's, one of the biggest things.
Schefter just tweeted, the NFL determined that Calvin Ridley placed multi-legged parlays bets involving 3, 5, and 8 games that included the Falcons to win. So he might be dumb. He might be dumb.
Our boy had some confidence in the squad.
At least he's loyal. I mean, he's
texting the boys like, bro, we got this shit. We got this. Like, I know it. Like, do you think this happened like literally right after, he quits on the Falcons game, or, he takes his leave of absence against Falcons Panthers? Do you think he went in there and just laid a parlay? Like a little 5-team?
I guess, dude. This is insane.
I will say I'm actually happy that he laid it on the Falcons to win. Like, that kind of makes me like, I kind of have a little more pride for Calvin Ridley. I like Calvin now a little bit more today.
I agree.
That is awesome that he was like trusting in his teammates and 5-leg parlays when we were just downright awful. So he he can't hate the Falcons as much as we've all just assumed that he does. If he's laying 5-leg parlays, 8-leg parlays with the Falcons in it.
I mean, this is just absurd. I can't believe it. I mean, it's seriously just hilarious as this keeps unfolding, and I'm sure we're going to get more and more information as the story unfolds, but this is hilarious. He had an 18 parlay with the Falcons. I mean, when were the Falcons ever favorites? I mean, honestly, when did that ever happen?
We're barely favorites, but I will say the Falcons, if you kind of figured out the way they went this past year, it was pretty easy to bet. Good teams absolutely killed. Bad teams beat. Like, they always won. They pretty much beat every bad team they played, and they usually covered. Not that they were winning by like 3 scores, but they usually covered because they were never favored by much because they're not a good team. So they actually had a good little trend that like it was pretty easy to predict. So maybe Ridley, I wonder if he won any of those parlays. That's another thing I want to know. Did he win? Did he get a winner in there?
Yeah, we need to know.
Have him on our gambling podcast up in the upcoming to give us some tips, man. But yeah, this story is just going to keep getting crazier and crazier. We're about to hop on a Twitter Spaces, and I'm sure we'll have a ton more to report on this in the coming days. It's definitely going to be the hot story. Calvin Ridley was already one of the hot topics of this offseason, and it just got a lot hotter. So we'll be covering